met this guy once, friend of Joel's. Tripwired a whole town.
Wait, he lived alone in an entire town?
He had trust issues.
That's sad.
Kept him alive.
All right, I stopped here because I want to talk about that little, excuse me, that little conversation that Ellie and Dina just had. Obviously, for everyone out there that's played part one before, we know very well that who Ellie is talking about there, right? She doesn't mention him by name, but we know that she's talking about Bill. And the first time I played the game, it really grabbed my attention when we get to this little dialogue part here, and it always intrigues me every time back through. And the reason being is because Ellie talks about Bill here in this moment with a sense of reverence, which I think is really cool because, again, if you've played part one before, you know Ellie and Bill do not like each other. They can't stand each other. They are polar opposites. Bill is, in Ellie's eyes, this cranky old man who owes Joel a favor. And from Bill's eyes, Ellie is just little snot-nosed 14-year-old wisecracking smart-ass kid that's screwing up all his booby traps in his town, which both are true, right? Both are true to an extent. And when you get to the end of Bill's town, which is only about an hour and a half, 2-hour playthrough, their attitudes towards each other don't change. They just don't like each other, and they're just not going to like each other, especially whenever it's just a small window, right? There's no chance to grow there. You know, like we see some of the characters in these games grow. Like we see Ellie and Joel grow together throughout part one. They just don't, Bill and Ellie just don't get enough time to just mold together. And then they leave, and then that's it, right? And Ellie's 14 there. She's about 19 or 20 now, and it's just kind of cool to just see maybe her perspective change on Bill. I don't think Ellie would have spoken about Bill in this light. I mean, I think it's safe to say she would speak about Joel in this reverence, or Tess, right, or Henry or Sam, right, people that she respects. But like Ellie does not respect Bill in part one at all. Like they can't stand each other. So to hear her talk about Bill in that light, I always thought was pretty cool. You know, maybe that just comes with, you know, getting a little bit older, getting a little bit more mature, and being able to appreciate Bill's game, right? She doesn't have to like Bill, but she respects his game, right? Like we just saw her just, you know, kept him alive, right? That's what she says to Dina just now. It's weird what he does. It's a loner life for sure, but it kept him alive, right? That's game respecting game. You know, I think if you look back at the New England Patriots dynasty, I don't think a lot of people are going to be like, Bill Belichick has the most awesome personality ever, right? It's his coaching, it's his preparation, it's his execution. You have to respect his game. And I think that's what Ellie's doing here. She's respecting Bill's game. Which I like that part. Really cool. Wondering about Bill. I don't know. Shout out, Bill. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Bill's Town. Wherever you're at right now, Bill. Hopefully you're still amongst the living.